question. Who's ready for some questions coming from a tin can? Let's have a little fun today. Back in a few. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money, and that is primarily what this channel talks about, day and night, night and day and night. But guess what? Every once in a while, I like to play a trivia game, and a few folks asked me about the secret tin mystery question game. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. But before that, I want to say this. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a veteran here, thank you. And if you're dropping by just because, thank you so much. Excuse the throat. How's everybody doing today? And I hope that you're doing well. Yeah, coffee in the afternoon. Why not? Let me get over to the comment section first. Debbie, how are you? Hi, Debbie. Please head on over to the How Debbie Saves channel. Not just saying it. Great channel. Just saying. But really and truly. Sharon, good afternoon. How are you today? Nice to see you live. No commercials yet. Just saying. All right, we're going to get started with the tin can. We might have a guest here. I'm not positive yet. I'll find out. It's totally possible that Steve may drop by, so I really don't know. But let's get started right away, mixing up these questions. Oh, yes. What does the can of questions have to say this time? Ta-da! Story time. Uh-oh. Looks like I have to tell a story. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Nice to see you live. Yeah, tell a story. Well, okay. This needs a little bit of an explanation. I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, story time. Now, hang on 1 second for a video clip to explain this story. Okay, so it's really super early on Sunday morning, the day that my live show is coming on. Have to have my cup of coffee and gather my thoughts. Listen, got to tell you this really crazy story that happened at the grocery store about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. That store no longer exists, but my sister was visiting long distance, and we had to pick up a couple of things, to just, throw a meal together, have some fun. And we're in the fresh produce aisle, and all of a sudden, I noticed something. I walked away from it. She noticed something. She walked away from it. We didn't say a word. And then all of a sudden, we met together at that section of the produce aisle, and we looked at each other, and we went hysterical laughing. You know what happened? In that pile of potatoes was a smiling potato. I thought I was seeing things, and I walked away, and I said, I'm not going to say a word to my sister because she'll think I'm crazy. So the same experience happened to her. She didn't want me to think that she was crazy. But then we looked at each other. We ended up snapping a picture of it. This was way before being a YouTube content creator was ever on the radar for me. I wish I had kept that picture. Maybe my sis has it someplace. I have to ask her about that. But it was the most hysterical thing. Like how potatoes have lines and dents. Nobody made it either. It wasn't like somebody carved it out. It was natural. It had a big smile, and it had 2 eyes, and that thing was staring at us. It was like a smiley face. Just imagine a smiley face on a potato. Oh yeah, really, really hilarious. I wish I had that picture handy. I'm going to definitely check with my sister to see if she has still that picture. What happened was there was a whole pile of potatoes. You go to the produce section, right? A pile of potatoes. And It just like stuck out of the crowd. Okay. It was like looking at me like, hello. I'm like, what? I did not just see that. No, I did not. So apparently my sister had the same experience. She saw that thing and must have went hello to her. So then we got back to the same place and we both went down looking like this. Then we went hysterical. You had to be there. Oh, I wish I could find that photo. So sis, if you're watching, please find the photo. All right, let's see what's in store. This can of questions. Wait, let me get back over to the comment section. Oh, no. Debbie. I'm floored. You're too kind. Debbie, thank you so much for that super chat. Wow. You are just way, way, way too kind. You just way too kind. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you, Debbie. You know, I so appreciate it. And coming from a fellow YouTuber, really, because we know that, well, we just know what we know. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate it. Hey, Kathy. I know, it's hilarious. Hi, Gina. How are you? Now you want to go eat your potato. Listen, as long as it doesn't stare at you and smile at you. Hi, Sheila. No, you're not. You're not late. We only just got on a few minutes ago. Wow. Thank you, Deb. You are just beyond awesome. Everybody is beyond awesome. Okay, let's see what other questions come up in this tin can question thingy. Okay. It still smells like popcorn. I rinsed it out about 500 times. This was actually a popcorn tin that I got on my birthday, but it was converted to a game back in February. Ta-da! Cash tip. Well, I think this is pretty good, this cash tip. Basically, what you have to do, it's a one-word tip. Awareness. And now, through my online searching, experts claim that folks pay a little bit, if not a lot of it, more money when they do online shopping for groceries than as if you're there in person. Because statistically, from this research that I found, I mean, according to the experts, the average person might spend about $52 and change at the grocery store in person. That same person might spend close to $90 online. Now, for those that can't afford it, great. But for those that are trying to save, But I think this is my theory why this happens. No one said it, but this is like my theory. Because I don't think people check their shopping cart as they go along, which is a wonderful option you have when you go online shopping. Intermittently, instead of just filling it up and just saying, okay, just go to the checkout, which is tempting because if you're busy and all that, intermittently check in there. And another thing to do, unless you're in a hurry for the item, step away from that thing for a period of time, whatever it may be. Okay. Late to the point. Oh, that was your first. So cute. So cute. Okay, so let's see what else is coming out of this thing. Shaky. Ta-da! Riddle time. What can possibly happen with this riddle today? Well, let's find it. Okay. Where are you, riddle? Okay, because you know what it is. I have to have my answers ready, which I do. Where are you? I'm trying to remember the riddle, but watch it get lost in the translation because I don't have it written down. All right, I'm going to try my best. If I screw this up, I screw up. Let's see who can answer this riddle. Okay. All right, so you go to a grocery store, okay? You have a mirror and only a table. How can you get out of that store? You only have a mirror and a table. How can you get out of that store? Give me your answer. Comments? Sheila, past the drive-thru of a popular coffee shop. Wait, I'm trying to learn this interface a little more. So let's see if oh, great. It came on. Past the drive-thru of a popular coffee shop yesterday, and the line was out into the road. I think all those folks need a cash tip. Can you imagine us like hanging out on the road, like going, no, unless you can afford it. I don't think they'd like me too much. Let's see. Going to try this again. Kathy. I'm surprised by that because I spend less. Interesting. You know what? It goes back to the word that I used earlier, awareness. Awareness. The most aware people are probably 9 out of 10 going to be the person or persons that are so mindful that, like what you just said, Kathy, I would be one of those. I do check frequently, maybe a little bit OCD about it, like, let me check the cart. Let me check the cart. Do I really need it? Do I really need it? Is it a want? Is it a need? I'll even talk to myself about that. Want or need, Jan? Want or need? If I get an answer, that's a problem. Oh, more out of the question tin, which, by the way, has a calorie count under it. Oh, how funny. Okay. Ta-da. 2-ingredient recipe. 2-ingredient recipe. Well, that could be a challenge. Anybody out there with any 2-ingredient recipes, please feel free to enter them. What is going on? My show notes. Okay. 2-ingredient recipe. Okay, for this one, you're going to need an air fryer. Okay, so if you have an air fryer, you can do this. I came across this the other day, and I was like, what? I didn't do it, though, because it's too tempting. But 2-ingredient air fryer doughnuts. What? Yes, 2 ingredients, air fryer doughnuts. Yeah. Now, what do you think the 2 ingredients are? Self-rising flour, of which you can make if you don't have any. And guess what else? Yogurt. 2 things. That's it. That's what the video says. But of course, you're going to need like a little bit of, oil. Okay, so throughout the recipe. So let's technically call it 3-ingredient recipe. But ingredient means what's inside what you're going to eat, right? So there. Okay. I don't see my guest yet. Where are you, guest? I had to send a second link out because I had a problem with the links. So just in case you don't know what happened over there. I thought I saw you in the broadcast studio. I says, nah, it's my imagination. Can't be. But anyway, okay, so next question. Ta-da. Ta-da. Guess the number. Oh, I got a story for you on guess the number, but bear with me 1 second. There's always a story. I know, always a story. Okay, so hang out and we'll guess the number. Okay, I want to make sure that I hit you up with the correct video. Okay, here we go. Story time, kind of, sort of, before we guess the number, okay? So speaking of sisters, this has to do with guess the lucky number. Yesterday I was on a video chat with my other sister, Vi, and she may be coming on one of my shows in the not so distant future. We're, planning that. That's going to be a lot of fun because she has some baking hacks and other, little hacks that we could talk about. So that'd be really, really, really cool. And I look forward to it. So, okay. So my sister, Vi, yesterday, I said she wanted to know what today's show would be about. I said, well, I'm not going to give the show away, but we could do one of the featured questions that come out of the can. So that question would be, pick a number, any number from 1 to 50. So she witnessed me. I picked up my pad and all she saw was black. She couldn't see what I was doing other than black. So I had, written down the number. So I said, okay, pick a number, any number from 1 to 50. So she waited about 10 seconds and said the number 47. Lo and behold, in fact, I have that thing still here right in front of me. Lo and behold, she picked number 47. Are we gifted here? And now you're going to pick a number from 1 to 50, but I'm not going to use 47. So take that out of the list. I also wanted to make sure I mentioned this. Nothing is a failure unless you don't try. Now, I know we are here to save money. We are here to live better lives, better quality lives. And sometimes we get so bombarded with a lot of information. Okay. Now, speaking of sisters, this has to do with guess the lucky number. Yesterday, I was on a video chat with my other sister, Vi, and she may be coming on one of my shows in the not so distant future. We're, planning that. That's going to be a lot of fun because she has some baking hacks and other, little hacks that we could talk about. So that'd be really, really, really cool. And I look forward to it. So, okay. So my sister, Vi, yesterday, I said she wanted to know what today's show would be about. I said, well, I'm not going to give the show away, but we could do one of the featured questions that come out of the can. So that question would be, pick a number, any number from 1 to 50. So she witnessed me. I picked up my pad and all she saw was black. She couldn't see what I was doing other than black. So I had, written down the number. So I said, okay, pick a number, any number from 1 to 50. So she waited about 10 seconds and said the number 47. Lo and behold, in fact, I have that thing still here right in front of me. Lo and behold, she picked number 47. Are we gifted here? And now you're going to pick a number from 1 to 50, but I'm not going to use 47. So take that out of the list. I am so sorry for all the technical problems today. Hi, Steve. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. That last video clip I was told couldn't play, but then I saw it playing. Then it went on to a different thing. This is the magic of live. It happens. How you doing today, Steve?
Oh, I'm all right. I just, like I said, I know I was supposed to be here around 2:15, but, well, of course I had to come from downstairs up, and it, I lost a little bit track of time, but I'm here.
No worries. We didn't even get to choose the number yet, so we're going to do that momentarily. I wanted a different background on here. By the way, everyone, I'm just like playing with this interface because this is new to me. So, I'm so used to tapping with my finger on the tablet and everything, and this is like an upgrade, but a downgrade. I had beautiful background picked out here. I don't know what the prob is today. It's like everything's not going the way I wanted it to. But let's see what happens anyway. We're going to try it again. We'll be okay. Steve, you're going to see this background. You're going to love it. I think you are anyway.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, great.
I love it.
It's funny you have that. I've actually seen some fireplaces that have that look to it.
Isn't that cool? So different.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the comment section. Oh, I got people guessing the number. I didn't write it down yet, folks. I didn't write it down because of what happened with the, technical ish, but that's okay. So Steve, I'm going to write it down. Do not pick 47 because that was taken. If you saw the,
I have to mention something about 47. It's funny that your sister Violet chose 47 because that's my year of birth backwards.
All things lead back to that 4 and that 7. It is crazy.
Yeah.
Sharon. Oh, wait. Hi, Sharon. Sharon has a message here. Yesterday, you made 24 mini muffins and 12 muffin tops using a chocolate cake and pumpkin. Ooh. 2-ingredient recipe. There you go. 2 ingredients. And it looks so good. I saw the picture of it.
Oh, did you?
So anyway, yeah, I'm so sorry again, folks, about that technical issue. Anyway, let's move on. I wrote down the number, so let's see the choices that we have. Okay, and if I missed you, forgive.
Now I picked a number 2. I have one.
Did you pick it? What'd you pick?
You want me to tell you?
You want to go last after I read the other people's, or
go with them. Yeah,
yes.
Do them first, and
okay,
then
great. Gina said, "Oops." It would pop up the second. All right, so Gina said 25. Sheila says 29. Okay, thus far. Okay. So far, not yet. You just love the name Violet? Thank you. You had a cat named Violet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
And it was a boy. Oh, well, a cat named Violet. Nobody could see this number but me. So anybody else want to take a guess of the number? That was like incredible yesterday, Steve. I'm on this video chat with my sister. Yeah. I wrote it down. I had nothing, no possible way she could have seen it. I had everything well hidden as I wrote it down. And it was like literally like seconds later, and she goes, 47. I flipped out. Couldn't believe it. Hey, that's a good hint for the lottery for anybody out there.
I've used it.
Debbie says, hi, Steve.
Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, Steve, feel free to share your choice of number. I didn't see it yet, so.
Oh, okay. Well, since you know my year of birth backwards, as you just mentioned, and yes, I have used it in the lottery in the past, multiple times, I might say. Well, since I'm a Halloween baby, and I am proud of that day. And I don't look at it in a satanic. People just don't know the truth about it.
Oh, it's just a Hallmark holiday.
Right. I will go with my date, my birthday, 31. Yeah. 31.
31 is nice. Close, but no cigar. Sheila 143 is a very close contender. Sheila 143 is a very close contender at 29. That's all the hits I am given. I'm going back to my question can in the meantime.
I think I know what the answer is, but I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll just wait and see. She's close and I'm close.
Yes, you guys are close. It's scary.
I think I know the number, but
you guys are very close. Oh, look at a cute sunshine face. I love that. I really, really do. You know, I can never seem to find those faces on here. So cute. Okay. All right. So we did 2 ingredient. Okay. Cash tip. The next one. Ta-da. Trivia question. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't do the riddle answer yet. Who knows the answer to the riddle?
I don't know what the riddle is.
Oh, okay. I had it in my show notes, and right now, of course, it's missing. Typical. Anyway, Steve, if I go to the store, I'm in the store, I only have a mirror, I only have a table. How am I going to get out of the store?
A mirror and a table. How are you going to get out of the store?
How am I ever going to get out of that store? Nobody knows the answer to that riddle?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I tell you, it's one you really got to ponder. Let me drink some coffee.
Okay, I just happened to glance at Sheila 143's answer. And that's my response. I would say through the door.
Bingo, both of you, and anyone else that said that.
If there isn't,
through the front door.
I mean, how else are you going to get out?
I didn't write the riddle. I found the riddle.
I'm just going to say her answer. I'm just going to say through the door.
You both got it.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Wow.
Congratulations. Too bad I don't have a door prize. Sorry about that.
I fall back. Yes. I mean,
Sheila
That
gave
was,
you a high five.
that was really the only logical thing it could be. You have to have a door to go in and out of. How are you going to get out?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, trivia question.
Okay.
Because the can asked me. The can asked me, so I have to answer the can. Let's see. But this is about grocery stores. The theme is about grocery stores. So therefore, yeah. Cash tip, guess the number. Okay. All right. There seems to be a little controversial debate about this, and this is a little bit of a trivia question. Steve and anyone else who's still here. Anybody still here? Anyway, where was the first supermarket established in America? Where and when? And if you know the name, give it a chance to let us know. Okay? Trivia question. Where and when? But the controversy about it is one proclaims to be America's first. The other one proclaims to be America's first. So there may be two answers. But then I'm just going to figure out, based on the information that I found yesterday, I'm going to figure out the answer to it myself. I could probably be wrong, but any guesses out there? Oh, by the way, grocery store shopping has certainly changed a lot. Steve, it's possible that maybe you're going to be doing a show in the not so distant future about the different trends and how you prefer, your grocery shopping. By the way, Steve has a channel. It's a Steve Young Pine channel. Please head on over to his channel. He is about this close to 60 subs. Come on now, let's get over there and get him 60. He deserves it.
Well, actually, yes, I don't know exactly when in the upcoming future. Again,
in the future, whatever.
For those that know me and what I've been through, probably starting in February, I've been dealing with, like I said, I took a fall, and it had me bedridden. And I'll just mention it quick. So since February and now, of course, having to go see ear doctors too, I'm slowly trying to get back into things. I am not gonna jump back into doing lives, but when I do, or whenever I do a pre-record or whatever you want to call it, or a voiceover, whatever.
Yep.
I can do grocery store ways of shopping. I mean, I can also mention them here. That's part of the reason why I'm here with you today.
Yeah, sure. We could do it at both places. And thank you for having me on as a guest a lot too.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Okay, so let's get on with this. All right. Where are you, notes? All right. According to my research, okay, are you still with me? Queens, New York, which is about 4 miles from where I am. Queens, New York, in 1930, there was a gentleman with the last name Cullen, and he started a market called King Cullen. Does that name ring a bell to anybody? King Cullen? King Cullen leased a garage at 171-06 Jamaica Avenue on August 4th, 1930. But there's another market, which I never saw in my life, but I heard this market when I watched those extreme coupon shows, and it looks so cute. Piggly Wiggly.
Oh yeah.
You know of Piggly Wiggly?
I've been to one.
So they're in your area too?
Believe it or not, you only have, if it's still there, this was based on 2009, seeing it with my eyes. I don't know if it's still there. Out on US 90, going toward Pensacola, I saw one Piggly Wiggly in Florida. I don't have Piggly Wigglies here.
Okay.
But I did, because my dad, being military, we would go to Parris Island in Beaufort, South Carolina, and off base, you had Piggly Wiggly. So I did happen to go into one a couple of times. My dad was trying to locate, perhaps and I'm pretty sure Sharon would identify with this and maybe a few others. My dad wanted molasses, but it had to be a specific molasses. He wanted black strap molasses.
Okay.
Piggly Wiggly was the only place that had black strap.
Oh, okay. Well,
how that happened.
So he got it.
He did. Oh yeah, he bought it.
All right. Now, the very, very first. Oh, do you have it, Gina, by you, Piggly Wiggly? Cool. The very first Piggly Wiggly, and I just adore that name. It's so cute. Piggly Wiggly in Tennessee opened up their doors even sooner than Cullen, because they opened their doors in 1916. Okay. And they also, there's another distinction in Tennessee, by the way, on September 11th, 1916. Okay. So that store's been around quite a while. Another innovation, Steve, according to the research, is that this store did things a lot differently. Remember, it was very first supermarket, but not the way we remember supermarkets. People were online outside waiting with a list. You had to give that list to a clerk. And no matter how long it took, hot day, cold day, whatever, no time, you were at the mercy of waiting for that clerk to get you your stuff. Wow. But, however, that early supermarket did do something like no one else did. At that Piggly Wiggly, the store customers were actually, at another juncture, permitted to pick and choose their grocery items without the need for a clerk to do it. Folks waited on long lines for store clerks, etc., like I just mentioned. Do we take a lot of things for granted, or do we not take a lot of things for granted? I think we do take a lot of things for granted. But you know something, Steve? Guess what? We're kind of back full circle. We kind of do have a list. We get online and give it to a machine that transfers that information to a clerk, but we don't have to wait there with it. So anyway, Steve, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Guess I was getting backlash.
Keep in mind, some of those ways have returned back to the grocery stores. For example, you can order your groceries online and go to the store and pick them up already.
Yes.
You've also got something called Peapod. That's been around ever since I can remember. Peapod.
What is that again? Peapod?
Peapod.
Oh, how cute.
Some grocery stores do that, and I guess it's the same principle. I guess what they do is, I know of I'm not trying to give her name away, but she's a disabled friend. She's wheelchair bound, and she orders her groceries Peapod and has them delivered to where she lives every month.
Okay. So it just goes to show things come around at, full circle. Isn't that amazing? We take so much for granted.
So maybe some of your commenters over here, by me mentioning, they probably know what the Peapod is, and that's been around a while. I've never used it. I'm just going by what I've been, I've just heard it. I've looked up the information on it, what it does. But again, history does repeat itself. So that's really like going back to the King Cullen time frame in a way, if you think about it.
I have visited a King Cullen in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. I don't believe it's open any longer. I don't think it exists, that company. But of course, what about A&P? That was a great store.
Yeah.
It's so sad that.
The last A&P that I went into was somewhere in Jersey. Back again, probably 2008, 2009. I went in. I needed to use a restroom, so I'm walking by, and again, walking through the produce section, I looked down. Lo and behold, there's fresh cherries for like $1.99 a pound. How could I say no to that price? So I got 2 pounds.
You can't, but I have a question for you since I was unaware. I know you were in Jersey at some point visiting. Was it northern Jersey area? Was it near? Was it very close to the Holland Tunnel? That specific A&P. Do you remember?
No, I think I was further. I
Okay.
think I was more west.
Oh, okay. All right. So Gina says we had Piggly Wiggly in San Antonio. That name, I just love that name. It's just too cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah,
And it's been around so long. But there's another question. And this fun fact about New York was what I mentioned. Now, getting back to the King Cullen thing in Queens, New York, at that location, 171-06 Jamaica Avenue. And it opened on August 4th. Okay, now, the difference in that market was King Cullen proclaims to have been the first modernized layout. You see how, like, you see Steve and I on this screen through the magic of the interface and clicks. That's our layout. We call that a layout. For example, Steve, you want to try something for a moment, please? Let's see something here. We can only find out unless we go live.
Okay.
I want to see if I could toggle you over to a larger screen, switch you over. I don't know if I could. I'm trying. What does it say? Solo layout. Oh, Steve, look. It gives here solo layout.
That's just me then.
So I can just have you zoom up slow, in the solo layout like that. Sorry about that, guys, but the only way I could find out is like when we're doing this. But thank you so much for your patience. Oh my gosh. Now I know. Okay, we'll talk about that off screen. Anyway, does anybody have any questions? We spend so much time in grocery stores. We take them so for granted. By the way, I get a kick. Steve, did you ever check out some of those old 1950s vintage grocery store, videos here on YouTube? Amazing. Takes me back to my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
The way we remember, right? The way we recall a supermarket with noisy cash registers that I loved. You actually did hear cha-ching, listen to the cash register ring, because it literally did ring. Not like now, beep, beep. Don't get me wrong. Love our technology. It was fun. All right. Well, anyway, Kathy, what do you have to say there? Oh, okay. You've been to Piggly Wiggly before while traveling out of state. There aren't anywhere you live. All right. I would like to thank everyone for being here. Steve, thank you for coming on. It was really fun. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, I like to do something fun, and we still get to learn a few things or two, right? All right. Thanks, everybody. Debbie, do you know Debbie gave me a super chat today? That is so cool. That is just like so cool. Thank you for the acknowledgement, and thank you for being you. Head on over to the How Debbie Saves chat. Oh, how can I forget, Steve? Don't know if you know this. Guess what? On Debbie's show, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, will be Kate Caden. Kate Caden, Debbie. 2 dynamos. Here we go. Be there. Hey, Lee. This is my beautiful cuz Lee. What have you got to say, young lady? She's saying hi to both of us.
Hey,
you guys are being a go. And speaking of shopping, thank you. All right, everyone. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.